Hey everyone, today we're going to be performing a battery change in a BG-6903, and this is the 3408 module. Let's get right into it. To perform this battery change, we're simply going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, a spring bar removal tool, ideally metal tweezers, but if you don't have metal tweezers, you can just use a metal paper clip, and our replacement battery, which is a CR2016. Getting started on the watch, the first thing we're going to need to do is remove our straps so that we can take our case back off. So as we can see, our spring bars are tucked in there. Our spring bars have little lips on them, and our spring bar removal tool has a V-shaped notch. We're simply going to wrap that notch around the spring bar, pull down, then we can twist our strap out, and I always try to hold a finger there just so that strap doesn't go flying out on me. Now I'll do the same on the other side. Now with our straps out of the way, we can go ahead and remove our 4 case back screws and set them aside for later. And now we can go ahead and lift our case back right off. And sometimes the gasket will come out attached to the case back. Don't worry, we'll reassemble everything when we're putting the watch back together. Now that we're inside the watch, the first thing we need to do is get rid of this rubber bumper layer. So usually these metal tabs will be over it, holding it in place. We can simply bend those out of the way and peel that rubber bumper layer right out and set it aside. Next, we're going to want to unlatch our battery. So if the sticker is in the way, you don't need to peel it all the way off, but just out of the way enough so that you can access the latch here. So as we can see, this latch is wrapped around this plastic part here. There's a little notch in the middle. That's where we can grab our tweezers or paper clip, go right in the middle, pull out towards us. That will unlatch the battery. Now sometimes this sticker will be stuck to the battery, so I'll simply slide something underneath to free it. And now we can grab our old battery out and get rid of it. Now we can come on in with our new battery. Again, this is a CR2016. We're simply going to slide it right in place, and we'll press our latch down. Usually you'll hear and feel it snap right into place. Now our new battery is installed. Now we're going to want to go ahead and perform our AC reset. This is simply going to reset our module to factory defaults, clear any errors if there are any. This is where having those metal tweezers will come in handy, but if you're using a paper clip, simply bend it into an arch. You just want to have 2 metal points of contact. So looking at our module here, we can see this little label, AC. That's indicating the gold tab at the bottom of this hole, right down there. We simply want to contact one end of our metal to that gold tab, and the other end to the metal on our module, and hold it there for about 2 seconds. And next, to ensure that we've performed the reset correctly, I always advise holding a finger over the spring here. You don't want to lose that spring because it's important for the sound of our watch. We'll go ahead and flip our watch over, and we should see our seconds start counting up from 0. So it's been about 25 since I reset the module. So we are good to go, and we can begin reassembling the watch. Our first step in reassembly is going to be to reinstall that rubber bumper layer that we've removed. So we simply want to match this rectangular hole with this tab that's going to stick up, and this circular hole with the spring. So we'll simply drop it in place, make sure that everything is sticking through properly. And then those metal tabs that we bent out of the way, you can usually just use your finger, bend those back over, and now that rubber bumper layer is reinstalled. Next, we're going to want to go ahead and reinstall our case back gasket. This one's pretty easy. As we can see, the bottom of our gasket has a small flat part on it. We're simply going to drop it right into the groove and match the shape with that flat line on the bottom, and then I'll make any fine adjustments if needed. We just want to make sure that our gasket is perfectly seated in that groove. Now we're ready to reinstall our case back. This one's pretty easy because as we can see, the case back kind of has the same shape as that gasket that we just installed, so we simply want to make sure it's oriented properly, everything matches. So we'll simply drop it right in place, This watch has a pretty deep groove that it sits in, so you'll know when it's in place, and now we just need to reinstall our 4 caseback screws. What I typically like to do is just hold my finger on the caseback so it doesn't slide around, drop my screws in, just get them started, and now all that's left to do is snug them up. And remember, they don't need to be super tight, just snug. Now our final step is going to be reinstalling our straps. So what I like to do is grab my strap and my spring bar, thread the bar through, but leave a little more sticking out on one end. Then I'll grab my watch here and we can see the hole where the spring bar is going to go in. I'll tilt it in, get one side seated, and then hold it in place. Come in with my spring bar tool, pull the bar down, and push it right in place, just like so. Now I'll do the same on the other side. And that's all there is to it. As we can see, all of our modes are cycling, our beep is audible, our backlight is working, so our watch is ready to set and wear again. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this battery changing tutorial. I really hope that it was clear and helpful. If you have any questions for me, please be sure to leave them down in the comments. And if you're interested in more tutorials and watch-related content, please do consider subscribing. I cover a wide range of Baby G, G-Shock, and Casio products, so stay tuned for more. Thanks, everyone.